I'm Emma Loop, and I'm here with Green Party candidate Adam Wright to talk about the upcoming provincial Windsor-Tecumseh by-election. Welcome, Adam.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Thanks. And to start off, do you have any unique hobbies or skills?
Sure. I'm known for my involvement with community gardening in Windsor, and a lot of people call me when they want to start a garden, or they say, you know, what steps do we have to take? We want to start a community garden, or we need some help developing our garden. Can you come help us out? And that can be everything from actually working the pickaxe in the ground, groundbreaking stuff, or it can be advice on plants, or it can be media work, which I'll do, like social media pages or make a short video and stuff like that.
So you're kind of a local gardening expert.
I wouldn't say expert, but I'm getting there. I'm working on it. Yeah.
You're working on it.
Yeah.
Interesting. So let's talk a little bit about the environment,
Sure.
as we're talking about gardening. Some environmental issues here in Windsor, high bacteria in the water, pet coke from across the river. What do you think the province's role should be in getting, the air and the water cleaner around here?
Well, I definitely think there's a lot of benefits for all of us as residents in this area to have clean air and have clean water. I think it's up to municipalities and the province to ensure that we support preservation, first of all, of the areas that we do have, and second of all, that we keep that in mind for future development. We saw what happened with the Ojibwe Shores project, and that's still in the works, of course, but it was great to see the community rally and support at least preserving that for now as a natural space, and keeping all the benefits that we get from that.
And what's the first step in tackling those issues?
Well, I think definitely the main thing that we need to do is talk to people, and people in the community need to be able to communicate with each other, and it's really about public support, I think. And so if you have that opinion, I think you need to make your voice heard.
And arguably, environment issues can have a huge toll on the health of the population. So what do you think the biggest health issue is facing this area?
Well, the Green Party platform for Ontario definitely highlights health in terms of preventative measures that we can take. So that means if people are living healthy lifestyles in a healthy environment, that's going to actually help reduce our healthcare costs in the long term. So the idea of having these recreational spaces so that people can get out and exercise, and having clean air and clean water, that'll impact their health and the health of the local community, and that'll reduce the strain on our healthcare budget, hopefully in the long term.
And another big issue facing this area is, of course, jobs. Windsor's still the third highest jobless rate in Ontario. What is your solution for that? What do you think the next big employer is going to be in Windsor?
Well, I think we talk a lot about there's a way of thinking that says that it's either jobs or the environment, that one is a priority and the other gets bumped down. But I think there's a lot of ways, especially in the modern world, and probably more and more in the 21st century, where we can kind of match those two objectives of creating jobs and preserving our environmental health. So I think given the strong manufacturing base that we have here, it's a natural step to look at manufacturing for renewable energy and that sort of thing. And basically what we want to do, I think, is look at long-term jobs solutions. Sure, we want jobs, but what kinds of jobs, what types of jobs? Are these jobs that are going to stay in our community? Are they going to benefit our community? We don't want to create a bunch of jobs that are going to disappear overseas over the next few years, because that's not sustainable. So part of it is looking at ways for us to design sustainable communities, I guess, in kind of new urbanism for the 21st century.
Okay. And you yourself, I know you are a university student at the moment, and you already have a university degree from the University of Windsor. And it seems to be a lot of university, college graduates with degrees who just can't land jobs. So do you think the province has a role in getting those grads to work?
Definitely. I think we have a bit of a brain drain here in Windsor. It's too bad I see my friends and colleagues disappear to Toronto and the big metropolis centers for jobs, and that makes sense. Understandably, they're doing that. But I think our municipality and the province could do a lot more to keep graduates here in our communities, and especially those who have made connections in the community and who would like to stay. There should be a way to provide alternatives for them so that they can stay here and contribute to bettering our community.
Do you have any examples of ways that we could get them to stay?
Concrete examples at the moment, no, but I think we can. There have been initiatives that have been set up, and I think definitely the arts community here is very strong, and there's definitely been a push lately to keep a lot of our artists here so that they can contribute. Definitely, we can support our family farms that are in the county. That's a big part of the Green Party platform is food security and initiatives that are going to support agricultural workers, and to make that a priority in terms of job option, because it is, I think, the second largest employment sector in our province. So to see that we're losing farmland and that farmers are losing productivity and losing profits, I think that's something that needs a lot of attention, and some government support would definitely, in terms of, for example, tax breaks for small-time farmers, small businesses, entrepreneurs. These would all support local jobs that would also benefit our community, for example, by providing local food.
Okay.
Yeah.
And another hot issue for this election has been energy and just energy costs in Ontario. How do you begin to tackle the energy costs in Ontario and try to bring them down a little bit?
The first step, I think, is conservation. Use less. That would be a way of saving money for everyone. In terms of if we want to talk about providing more energy, well, I don't think the nuclear option is a very good idea. We're still paying for nuclear projects from the past. So if we want to look at creating more energy, then we definitely need to look at the renewables sector. And we do have the climate for it here.
Okay, all right, thanks very much, Adam. I appreciate you coming out. That's Adam Wright from the Green Party of Ontario. He's running in the upcoming by-election. And that's been this edition of Red Chair Chats.